Hello, welcome to One Africa Mission with your brother Dobia Anzanse. Please, if you are new here, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, One Africa Mission, and also follow us on Facebook, One Africa Mission. We are missionaries, and our mission is to fight for the unification of Africa. So please join our mission and let us all together fight for a united Africa, because we believe that without a united Africa, we, the citizens of Africa, will continue to suffer. We, the citizens of Africa, will continue to be disrespected all over the world, anywhere, everywhere we found ourselves. So please, just ask King Leopold, before he could colonize our people politically, he has to send his missionaries to Africa, Congo to be specific, to colonize our people spiritually before he could come in with political colonization. It is the same thing that we, as citizens of Africa, have also come out with this mission. And this mission is to unite the continent of Africa, so that the resources of Africa will go a long way to benefit the children of Africa and nobody else. So I thank you very much for coming around. Please share our content, pass your comments, like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, join the mission. Let us all together fight for the unification of Africa. The mission is all about a united Africa. I thank you very much for coming around. So please, today we are talking about Commonwealth, the so-called Commonwealth. Yesterday was King Charles' coronation. So he was made the king of Britain, United Kingdom, and Northern Ireland. And then not only was he made the king of Britain, he was also made the head of Commonwealth. The head of Commonwealth. And we ask ourselves as citizens of Africa, and here in One Africa Mission, what is common about the world of Britain and that of Africa? I want to ask you, as a citizen of Africa, Namibia, Congo, Botswana, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Nigeria, Rwanda, Uganda, Tanzania, as citizen of that country, what is common about the world of Tanzania and that of Britain? It is about time we start to question all this. It is about time we start to question all these colonial institutions that was created by the colonizers to continue to make us feel inferior to them. Because after enslaving our ancestors, after colonizing Africa, they now came out with these neo-colonialism institutions, which Commonwealth is one of it. And then we sign into all this, yeah, and then we don't question as to what is the motive behind it. What is common about the world of Africa and that of Britain? Because if you tell me, for my understanding of Commonwealth, if I tell you that my world and your world is common, we have a common world, it means when your children come to my house, when you bring your family to my house, they will have to have the freedom to do everything or anything they want in my house, because our world is common. And if my children come to your house, they will have to have the freedom to do whatever they want, because our world is common. So the question we are asking today is, what is common about the world of the so-called Commonwealth countries in Africa and that of Britain? What benefit are we, the citizens of those countries, benefiting as they claim that our world is common? And the answer is absolutely nothing. It is just another tool to tell us that we have enslaved your ancestors before. We have colonized your ancestors before. And for that matter, you are going to continue to be our subjects if you don't think ahead. Because we always think 100, 200 years ahead of you. That is why we come out with Commonwealth. Commonwealth was created in 11th December 1931, because at that particular time, all these countries that was under British rule, when they were all being colonized by Britain, they started agitating and asking questions for their independence. And then the British realized that whether we like it or not. These people gonna end up getting their independence and separate themselves from us, and that will bring us our kingdom to an end. So what should we do? We have to come out with another institutions that will keep them for another 100 or 200 years. So what do we come out with? Oh, commonwealth. Our wealth is common. Oh, we are one people. We have a good relationship. We have we have been partners for. We have never been good partners. You cannot enslave me and then call me a good partner. And not only are we questioning this colonial institution called Commonwealth, not only are we questioning the commonness of our wealth, or not only we don't see anything common about the wealth of Britain and that of Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, or almost all the African countries that are part of it. Not only we don't see nothing common about our wealth, but also these people tell us, they always preach to us about democracy, about equality. So the question we are also asking is, if they really believe in equality, how come the head of Commonwealth is only for the British royal family? How come the head of Commonwealth can only be headed by the British royal family? So the Queen was the head of Commonwealth. So before she passed away, she handed us to her son, Prince Charles, who is now the King Charles. Tomorrow, King Charles gonna handle us over to his son, Prince Williams. And tomorrow, if we don't come out of this colonial institution, Prince Williams, when he becomes King William, he is also going to handle us to his little boy called Prince George, who is just 9 years now. So my children and your children are also going to be under their rule in the name of partnership, in the name of Commonwealth. And I ask you, what is common about the wealth of Britain and that of African countries? Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Rwanda, Uganda, Tanzania, Ethiopia, all these countries. What is common about our wealth? Is there really anything common about the wealth of our countries and that of Britain? No. It is only an institution that is continue to remind and to tell us that we have enslaved your ancestors before. Our forefathers have colonized your forefathers before, and then we are not ready to let go. So you going to still be under us. So there is something called Commonwealth, and then we, the British royal family, is the head of Commonwealth. So you going to continue to be our subjects. That is all it is about. And how long are we going to continue to be the subjects of these people? How long are we going to allow them to tell us, or to create institutions, to make us be part of that institutions, colonial institutions, that has nothing good for the dignity of the African? As I said, if only these people truly believe in democracy, they truly believe in equality as they keep telling us, then we want to see Commonwealth being headed by an African country. And I'm not talking about Commonwealth Secretary or Commonwealth Chairperson, because as we speak today, President Paul Kagame is the chair of Commonwealth, or is the whatever, I don't know. But he is one of the administrative heads of Commonwealth. I am not talking about that. I am talking about the head of Commonwealth as it is today, or as it was by the Queen, and today it is Prince Charles or King Charles. I want to see him handle it over to the president of Nigeria, or president of Tanzania, or president, if only they really believe in equality, if only they believe that we as Africans, they want us to be equal to them, or they want to be equal to us, then the head of Commonwealth shouldn't be King Charles, because it was his mother. Why should it be him today? It should be an African. And if not, then we are calling on all our leaders to come out of Commonwealth. We don't want to be part of an institution that have no dignity for the people of Africa, for the children of Africa. We are sick and tired of these people coming out with institutions that continue to remind us that we are under them. We are their subjects. The only thing that Commonwealth is giving to us or the only benefit that Commonwealth is giving to us is to invite our leaders to London to stay in five-star hotels. Apart from that, what good has Commonwealth have for us? And they will look around and see the potential leaders of Africa, and they will give them scholarship to brainwash them into thinking that they cannot, in the future, when they become leaders of Africa, do anything for themselves, but to be dependent on Britain. That is what Commonwealth is all about. It is about time we, the citizens of Africa, the so-called citizens of Commonwealth, start to tell our leaders, come out of that. Just as today, and our leaders do listen. Our leaders do listen, because we were here calling on our leaders to stop traveling or taking invitations by all these countries. Anytime any country sit down and they call on, they said we are having a China Africa meeting, UK Africa meeting, France Africa meeting, and all African leaders will run to. We started talking about it, and then we were telling our leaders to stop doing that. It doesn't make sense, and it doesn't dignify us when 54 countries, 54 leaders will all run to one country, one small island like Britain, to depend or to ask them to help us. It doesn't make sense. And truly, our leaders listen. The other day, the president of Kenya was saying, no, enough is enough. They're not going to be doing that again. And the same thing as they listen to us. We are calling on them again to look into this Commonwealth thing. Because this Commonwealth, for us, is all about reminding us, it's all about telling us that we have enslaved you before, we have colonized you before, and then we are not ready to let you go. So you are still going to be part of us. You are still going to be our subjects. Because if not, how come it is only the Queen or the royal family who can head the Commonwealth? How come President Kagame cannot be the head of Commonwealth? How come President Akufo-Addo cannot be the head of Commonwealth? How come President of Nigeria cannot be the head of Commonwealth? How come President of South Africa cannot be the head of Commonwealth? How come any country in Africa leader cannot be the head of Commonwealth, unless the British royal family? How can this make sense to you when these people are talking about equality, respect for everybody, and yet they think that they cannot be under you? You should always be under them. You cannot be under them. They cannot be under you. You should always be under them. So the little Prince George, the son of Prince Williams, tomorrow is going to be the head of Commonwealth. It has already been designed like that. He's going to be the head of Commonwealth. No matter who he is, no matter how intelligent or how unintelligent he is going to be the head of Commonwealth. So nobody in 1.4 billion people in Africa cannot be head of Commonwealth. And yet, these people will talk to you about freedom. These people will talk to you about equality and democracy. If only Commonwealth should be sustained, then we, as citizens of Africa, we are saying that we don't want the royal family to always be the head of Commonwealth. If only they want to sustain that, or they want to keep that Commonwealth institution, that colonial institution, then it is about time it starts rotating from Britain to Canada, from Canada to Australia, from Australia to Nigeria, from Nigeria to Sierra Leone. We want to see our leaders also being leaders, because they are intelligent enough to be leaders of Commonwealth. It shouldn't always be the British royal family. If not, then we see it to be another form of colonial institution. Nothing good. If not, we see it to be another form of colonial institution and nothing good. So we're calling on the leadership, the citizens of Africa, to question our leaders. Question them. Tell them it isn't that they don't know. They know the truth. And they are willing to do it. As I said, when we started talking about how it doesn't make sense to see African leaders going to countries, being call, summoned by Russia, summoned by China, summoned by Britain, summoned by... When we started talking about that, our leaders listened. They said, no, we are not, it's enough, we're not going to do it again. So yes, Commonwealth as well, we want to see our leaders start to question and to think, because it has nothing good. There is absolutely nothing good or nothing common about the wealth of Africa and that of Britain. Our wealth is not common. It is just an institution, colonial institution, that will remind or continue to remind us that we are their subjects. Their ancestors enslaved our ancestors before. Their fathers colonized our fathers before, and they are not ready to let go. So we are going to continue to be their subjects. That is what all Commonwealth is about. Commonwealth has nothing good, or there's absolutely nothing common about our world as African people and that of Britain. I thank you very much for coming around. This is your brother Dobia Anzanse. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Join our mission. We are missionaries, and our mission is to decolonize and dismantle the borders that was created by the colonizers, and unite Africa as one people with one common destiny. And a united Africa, together we can lead Africa to her truly greatness. Share our content, subscribe, pass your comments, like. Thank you guys very, very much. Our YouTube channel has reached 1K, and then we really appreciate your time. We really appreciate your support for subscribing to our YouTube channel. Thank you very much for coming around. Until we see you next time. Bless you.